Finish button.
Fuck me. I don't really want to be stepping in fucking dog mines. Oh, fuck. Let's get around there. Chapel Street's full of fucking... Fucking hell. Talk about fucking... You gotta keep on your guard today, boys and girls. Oh. Once I get out of Chapel Street, I'll be able to go 100 miles an hour, but I can't go 100 miles an hour. See, I want to keep away from there. You know, just run straight out in front of me. Anyway, I need your guys' help at the moment because I'm doing a video. I'm doing next week's vlog, right? And it's not that I can't do it. I've already done it. That's not my problem. My problem is, oh, look at the station there. Look at all these fucking... Anyway, that's not my problem. My problem is, I can airdrop it, but how long does it take to... How long does it take to save it before it exports it before it airdrops it? Maybe that's something I'll look at because I'm using the latest iMovie. So yeah. So it'd be nice to know how long that lasts before before the thing gets on. I'll round this corner and yeah. Because the thing is, I'm now editing the vlogs in parts, so I get all that shit done. Fuck me! Why can't cars just fucking wait? Oh, he's waiting there. Look, it's a bus. I don't get run down by a bus. I found Charles Whitman before, right? Because he's having issues with the Ralph's leaving today. And I was like, don't pay him till... oh, shit. Don't pay him till we've got all the... No, got everything sorted. And Jamie's coming and said, just give him the money to Charles. I was like, no, I'll hold it for a moment. So now Ralph's on a job now because he can't leave because we can't stand him the money before he goes. So he can't leave. So he's now working unpaid till 8:30. Now when I get back, I'm going to call Ralph and I'm going to say, look, I'm just going to pay the money straight into your account. You know, how much you're owed and stuff. And I said, listen, You can come if you ever need to. If you want to do agency work through us, that's fine. I said, because I'll pay you to do that, but as agency, nothing else. So that shit's happened, basically. It's all very complex. You know, people wanting left, right and centre. I've had people messaging me wanting van loads of stuff. I've got a van, but you have to be quick because the van that I've got, like Charles is in town, I've seen him in town as well. And I was like, I just texted you need to get back to see to Ralph. He said, oh, I saw to Ralph. He said, Jamie's there. Well, I don't trust him. But it's like, Jamie works, he's worked agency before. So if Ralph's going straight to agency, he's going to agency, which means that when he works agency, he doesn't know what he's getting, but he says he'll get paid more agency. Well, not on contract work, you won't. Because with the building game, it's very different. If you work agency on the building work, on the building game, you'll get fucked up and down. That's the be all end all. Because builders don't give a toss. You'll go to a building company and there's builders that won't give a toss. They'll say, right, here you go. You'll get some clown who sits in an office who couldn't give two hoots if you didn't get paid next week on that job because you should have been on this job, yet you weren't on that job. And Ralph's like, well, I'll get more money here. Well, you won't get more money there, that's the thing, but you've got to learn the hard way. I wasn't paying him less for any jobs. He just wanted long distance jobs. He's going to learn the hard way. And I said, why don't you go work for that quarry in Wales? Because that quarry in Wales, they're looking for staff and they'd happily have one of my staff. Definitely. Have them in a heartbeat because they're the best quarry has ever worked for. Never a bad word. But that's the problem, isn't it? And I wasn't gonna call him back, and you know, I wasn't gonna scream at him just for. I'm not happy that he's leaving personally, but to be honest, if he's gonna go and get some agency work, I think he's only gonna go on agency for 6 months. He said so. I'm happy that he is reconsidering and going to somewhere that's gonna, you know. My only worry is if it goes to 6 months and they don't pay him straight away, because these agencies don't pay you straight away. But anyway, because we're going to be a building agency next year, as we're buying Mannerings. We're going to buy... No, we're not buying Mannerings. We're buying another company. We were going to buy Mannerings, but there was a bit of a political issue. I am crossing when you've gone. I'll cross, but I won't cross in front or behind you. I don't like crossing in front or behind on this road because it's a blind one. Right, shall we go? We'll go. Yeah, Mannerings. There was a huge toss-up with... the reason we didn't go in with Mannerings is because there was a political outbreak. A company called... I can't remember the company that bought them. But they only want... They said, oh, well... they'd have allowed us to buy them out if we were going to sell cheap contracts, but I was like, no, No cheap contracts. Because the problem with cheap contracts is they're never done properly. Mannerings still want to keep the contractors working for 6 to 8 weeks on a contract. Well, could you imagine you go to get a house built and as soon as the contract runs out, they've got to go straight to another job? You know, and it's like, well, if you want someone to finish that job off, they then have to go and pay for another contract. I mean, you look at Sefton Council, right? They want building companies with cheap contracts, 6 months, oh crap, so then they don't have to pay the full contract off. Well, they could just get a company from overseas or something, bring them over, get them to work a botch job and straight back over. A contract that's like a 6-week contract to Mannerings is a 6-week contract. Once it's done, straight to another job. Gone were the days with Mannerings when they had a 12-week contract, unpaid. Sorry about that. 12-week contract unpaid. 12-week contract paid, and then an 8-month payoff. We couldn't do it because we weren't. When we worked with Mannerings, we got 10 months. On top of that, we got tools. We got fuck me, I nearly dropped me. Shit. This phone case isn't the best in the world. It's fucking anyway. Yeah, you got your tools, you got your everything. You just got everything. It was amazing. It was a good life. And then Bill did the worst thing he could possibly do. When he closed his building merchants and then his other company, he bought a Naiad, which is a company in Portugal, and they're a massive company with 16,000 staff members. They were a company that couldn't hold the staff. They didn't have the staff to run. So then they lost the money. Well, Bill took ill at the company, and what happened was, is he letting me go? Or she? I don't know. I can never see them in the cars. Whoops. So they had too much. They ran the far lesser staff, and they went off. And just let me finish this, and then I'll answer your question. And then Bill took ill, and instead of letting his son take the company and everything, he said, no, you can't take that because you're already working for Cat on the diggers, and you can't. And oh no, there was another issue as well. You can't do this because, and then he disapproved of something. What he disapproved of, we'll never know. We'll never find out. So he went on working for the scaffold company as well, and then it was like, well, you can't do this because, and then health and safety disapproved of the scaffolding that was being rented out. Then I'm not going to go through all of that, but basically that's what happened. And so then he took on, and then he just cut everybody, made a lot of, because all this voluntary redundancy was coming in. And Bill decided he was going to take voluntary redundancy. And he did the illegal thing, where you take your voluntary redundancy too soon and take all the money out. and tried to take all the investment out of the money, but couldn't, because all the money wasn't here. The money was elsewhere. The money was over the sea. And this was all released. This was all in the paper. You know, oh, money not released, blah, blah, blah. And then he just sold the company entirely. And now it's been bought and sold. The guys in Brutal, they've got Mannerings, but it's not Mannerings, it's a contract company. And everybody that worked for Mannerings and went over to Brutal because they said they were going to get the better money. It was all empty promises. No, I'm still vlogging. I got a brand new phone, you see, but I'm still vlogging. Still doing the weekly vlogs. This channel only being a vlog channel now, because the other channel it's gonna be, I don't know, the problem is, this channel, I don't really want this to be a main channel anymore. I want the secondary channel to be the main channel, and this channel to be kind of, because this channel, really, it's been set up to push new, show off new things, show off new boundaries. and excuse me, there's been more people that have tuned into Beans World 77 through these past few months than when I started that channel. And that channel wasn't originally what it was. But I've learned a lot through starting out on YouTube. I've learned a lot of things since 2015. Whoops. My man Roberto was teaching... Oh, shit. My man Roberto was teaching us... Kevin Chapman, you remember him? Ollie Vlogs. Those people have taught us so many things. And I'm not those channels. But I think to kind of try and emulate your heroes in the beginning. I mean, the people that I follow on YouTube are not necessarily people I emulate or try to emulate. You're not going to get the same thing. Magic Silver Rooms stayed alive, but we were trying to emulate what War Games was doing because we liked their format. How do you emulate a format that's that big, or on that scale? You can't. You just can't. And the whole thing is just direct. So, and the vlogs that I've done now are more in the style of Ollie Vlogs when he was doing his lockdown learning. I decided not to change my format. Oops. I decided not to change my format because I really enjoyed my format the way it was. They haven't been storytelling like an actual vlog kind of thing, but we're learning on that, We're trying to tell stories, we're trying to keep them. That's why the vlogs that I want to put out hasn't come out, because it's not all together yet. The things aren't in there. The Christmas one, it's like the Christmas one. And I'm writing a community post today. Community posts actually do really well on YouTube. A lot of creators will not tell you, and Not even YouTube will tell you how. If you have communal posts, you need to use the community tab so much, because the community tab does better than shorts. Shorts loses, like, shorts has a different audience than long form. I don't like shorts. If you're going to put a short, make sure it's about, make sure you're keeping your other viewers in with shorts. And the way to do that is, for example, you do a short saying, look, there'll be another video out, guys, don't worry. You put that out. As soon as you put that, don't worry, guys, there'll be another video out soon, you get a few more subscribers, or you get a few more people. A few more people query, when's this video going to be out? Well, it'll be out when it comes out. But there's always a video. When I do a short, it's always stating there is another video coming on the way. Just hold your horses. Just be patient. That's what I'm saying. And that's, that's the way you should use shorts. Community posts, same thing with shorts. Say, look, guys, video out on the way soon. Because your subscribers, I'm not monetized yet, but I am thinking of going monetized soon. Probably next year or year after next. But to build up your base, if you want, to build your audience, you've got to keep going. Community posts are like, it's like going backstage or in the stock room, you sort of, this is what we're doing. I mean, our friends Dip Monkey Garage from our other channel, Dip Monkey Garage, who follow us on Facebook and all our other platforms are on. They put a video out more or less every other week. But I think what they do is, so they put a short out, then they put long form, then they'll put a communal post. But how they do that, I don't know. Trucker Baddie, she does shorts. Her shorts are to promote her TikTok. So she promotes her TikTok through her shorts. Then she does communal posts every month. You've got other YouTubers that promote their content through shorts and stuff. How I do it is I promote my content, because I'm not always on this channel. My other channel is where I love to be. This channel is getting a bit too much. Oh, all right there. Someone that knew me, obviously. Otherwise they wouldn't have beeped. But my other channel is that could have been a YouTube subscriber. That's another thing. When you're doing this, you have to think. Everybody passing in the car, like I'm doing a live stream right now, but somebody could be listening to this in the car as they're passing. Somebody could be watching it in that house over there. Somebody across the road could be watching it on the phone. That's how you've got to think. There's no one, I'll never watch this, right? Like that person in the car, on the bus. There might be someone on the back of that bus there that might be listening. You just don't know. I don't know. I don't see my audience, do I? But I thought I'd do a live. I'm gonna see what time we're on now. It's 4:17 p.m. Oh right, so we are in time for cappuccino. But I don't want to do the stream because a lot of people ask, how do you do a YouTube stream? I'm gonna go the long way around the block, so I can sort of still keep talking, still keep mithering about YouTube. Because people are asking on the stream now about YouTube, how do you do vlogs? How do you do vlogs and keep going? Well, if Ollie can do it, I can do it. It's strange though, this channel, I'll do a few live streams now, or I'll upload something, and I'll have another subscriber or a commenter, someone who's really interested in my channel, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people who I mean, I would love to work with Big Phil in the future, but I don't know. I think Big Phil has got his things now, so I don't know. I will ask again. Would you want to work on a video for maybe Beans World? He would be working better with Beans World than this channel. This channel's not really for Big Phil. I think the secondary channel would be more suited to him to work on a project, because we could easily do projects together. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm gonna walk the longer way around. It's 4:20. I'm gonna walk the long way around. I'm gonna use the longer way to my advantage. I'm crossing a road, but it's a quiet road. So there is a weekly vlog going out this week. Content that's already there. I've already got content from this week going for next week. There's the thing. I've already, when I go out, I think like a vlogger, right? And that's another thing. How do you get content? Well, I don't know that. That's the magic of YouTube. That's the magic of doing it. But see, I'm doing it as a promotional tool. I think that's where Kevin Chapman failed with his vlogs back in the day. The reason why he got the wrong audience to begin with, in my opinion, is because he was going down it was a mixed bag of things with Kevin to begin with, and now he's going the right route. Travel vlogs, really good content. His content is really good. I'm really enjoying his content. I don't watch everything he does now. Because, whoa, that was a false, that was a yeah, I think, you know, Kevin Chapman, he's got his team of editors. I wish he did a little animation with past Kev and future Kev, you know. Past Kev's gonna die in the death of doom. I think that would have been really cool. But I don't think he wanted to do that because, you know, the thing I would have done, you know. Goodbye, past Stephen. Into the depths of heaven you go. I don't know. Into the depths of the fire pit. Into the bin with you. I think that would have made really cool. I think a lot of people would have watched that, I think. I would have done a little series, you know. Past Kev goes to past Stephen goes to wherever he goes and getting the old videos and stuff. And now welcome the new editors, the real editors that can actually edit the videos properly. At the moment, I don't want video editors. Not just yet. Hey? What the? Hello? Hello. Sorry if I'm not reading your comments quickly. I'm gonna repost this because again it posts my channel It's another thing why I've got people on here. What do you guys like? What do you guys want? Do you want more music appreciation where I'm talking about CDs that I've bought? That's a rule I have. I never ever talk about streaming, because when you stream, you could just like say for example, if I said, oh, these are the 6 artists I've streamed on Spotify this month. Well, you can just go on Spotify and check it. Whereas CDs I've bought, you know, I've actually had to go and buy them CDs back in the day. You know, and where I might have not liked Oasis 10 years ago, I might like Oasis tomorrow. Didn't like them 10 years ago. You know, it's the same with, I think it was an artist that I've listened to. Well, no, ELO, that was a different story, because I didn't like ELO in the beginning. No, I never heard of them. No, I'd heard of Jeff Lynne, and I preferred him in ELO to the Travelling Wilburys, but I liked Travelling Wilburys. Their first album was the Travelling Wilburys was really good. George Harrison's best guitar. They were just friends, but they seemed to sound really good. They weren't this. For me, the Travelling Wilburys were this other band. You know, like Cream, you know, Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker and Eric Clapton, they were all doing different things. You know, Eric Clapton was, I don't know, more power ballady kind of thing when he was solo, and he did some good stuff, but I think he went on to be this, he wanted to write power ballads and stuff in the end, you know, love songs and all the rest of it. Jack Bruce wrote, so when they were in Cream, Eric Clapton shined in, not just Cream, Eric Clapton shined in Derek and the Dominoes. He also shined in other things that he did. Eric Clapton shined in many other bands. The Blues Breaker, you know, and Eric Clapton is a hero, don't get me wrong. But then when he went down sort of like love songs and stuff like that, I sort of lost the feel for Eric Clapton. Yes, he can play a mean slide guitar. You know, when he played on Ozzy's last album. But for me, there was a lot of feel that was lost on that album with Eric Clapton. I mean, you can tell how a guitarist or a drummer plays when they've got a lot of feel behind them. You know, I can tell when, you know, Tony Iommi's got that sort of straight drone, you know, like playing, but he's also got this, I don't know, there's a style that Tony Iommi has that no other guitar player will have. Same like, you know, with the drummers, you know, there's a thing at the moment about Meg White from the White Stripes, and she started to learn how to play more complex drumming on the last album the White Stripes ever made. She started playing all these really cool riffs and fills, but the thing about Meg White is, even though she's very simplistic in the way she plays or complex, there's that richness with Meg White. There's like, and then when Buddy Rich plays, I mean, I think Buddy Rich invented drum and bass. If you heard some of the breaks that Buddy Rich does, I mean, I think that's where drum and bass started. Not from the Amen break. The Amen break came far more later. It wasn't just the Amen break people were using. They were using all the breaks from Motown, but the Amen break is the biggest one. But you want to hear some of the breaks that Buddy Rich does. Buddy Rich does far better breaks that should be used in drum and bass, to be fair, that make better breaks. And there's another drummer who's really good, and he's done a lot of work with a jazz drummer that's done a lot of work with drum and bass composers. There was he worked with Ronnie Size, the drummer that worked with Ronnie Size on his live shows, because Ronnie Size wanted a proper drummer instead of sampling people. Now Ronnie Size is the best producer when it comes to drum and bass, because when you read the Ronnie Size interview, I don't know if it's still there, but the one that I read wasn't just, because when you read interviews with producers, it's all the same. Oh, we listened to records with the, for ages. What time is it now? Oh, it's 4:30, we're alright. Oh, bloody hell, why is this taped off again? They've got this one post that's taped up for some reason. So I'm going to have to walk on the road, boys and girls. Don't know why that's taped up. It's been taped up for ages. I'm past it. Whatever it is, I'm past it. Let's see if I've got any other comments.
Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Emma, digger, button. RIP blocks through gods. LOL, button. Page 2 of RIP blocks through gods. LOL, button. Emma, RIP blocks through gods. RIP blocks through gods. Button. Gallia factory. Hi, button.
So I've got a few people watching. It's difficult when you're walking. You can't actually read all the comments, but and that's another thing. If I'm making content that you love as well, then I'm obviously doing my job well. Fruit machines. I'm not a fruit machine channel. I love fruit machines, and I come on here just to watch fruit machines now, and I'll comment on certain people who own fruit machines or emulate fruit machines. I had Andy Cap fruit machine emulated. I had the original emulation for that as well. You can't find that anywhere. The one that's kind of not the best emulation. I also had Madhouse fruit machine. But there's a rare fruit machine that's now been... It's not even on Desert Island Fruits, and it's not even on... and it was called the Mad Hatter fruit machine. And it's not even... And basically, it was a mix of JPM fruit machines. It was... Oh, what was it? Yeah, but I can't even find it on YouTube, which means that obviously someone made it themselves. Because there's been a few fruit machines that people made themselves. There's that one roller coaster big topper fruit machine, which there was a roller coaster big topper, to my nature, thanks to people like Fruity Loops 1980, and obviously people like Harry Headwound, who've researched these fruit machines, who know. And yes, I did use that fidget spinner app to pretend to do spins, didn't I, for people? I might do that again, because people were really enjoying that. I was pretending to make bets, wasn't I? I wasn't. They weren't real bets, by the way. But I did find there was a fruit machine emulator that was on the it was on the C64, and it was amazing how that was made. This shop is closing and they've got signs and seats all over the oh, someone's parked in a very naughty place. But yeah, I was a fruit machine shitterbox. I was a fruit machine. Why have I ended on this side of the road? I know why that's happened. It's because that slip road just breaks into two sections. Yeah, I had issues with fruit machines for a while, and I had a fruit machine, so sweepstake cover, but mine was in the big shot cabinet, because I've often wondered why my machine said big shot, and I spoke to people. I said, was big shot the cabinet? And they said, I spoke to Steve's Fruities on FB, and Steve's Fruities was like, he's really broken things down, explained machines to me like no other person would. So now I understand. I've learned so much about machines from the people who own the machines. People that emulate machines, they're very, education is just amazing. Harry Hedwund, he's gone above and beyond to educate us in what machines do with the software in the machines. And we know, everyone knew by the mid to late 90s what Barcrests were like with their machines, because we knew that Maygay and BWB, we knew at some point they were going to screw up. But of course, with things like with the real machines that obviously the machines that people loved and the machines that people own. Now the thing was, Barcrest, JPM, they were getting software engineers from Sega, and BWB were also getting, because remember Sega was going to a very sticky end towards the end of the 90s, and nobody could, literally software engineers were getting thrown on their ear where it came to Sega, and a lot of people had to go to Nintendo, but there was 2 software engineers from Sega that were taken on by BWB for doing fruit machines. They were taken on, and they basically started doing these fruit machines. They even programmed the fruit machines. They were taken from Sega, and there's one fruit machine late on, not sure who made it, and it's actually got the 2 engineers from Sega. It's even got the Sega logo on. They even went so far to putting the Sega logo on. I think JPM also, I think there's rumours that JPM could have bought Sega later on in their lifespan. We do know that Tom Kalinske went off and worked for Leapfrog, and so you'll see the Sega logo on some of the Leapfrog items. Oh, my nose is running like a... Just a moment. That's better. $4:38. I'm only 10 minutes late. I'll end the stream in a minute. But thanks to Fruity Loops, we're learning little things like this. We're learning little things about what, you know, Sega did, and I think there was rumours that Sega were going to make fruit machines. You know, they were going to go down that line. They did have coin mechs. Sega did have coin mechs for their arcade ports, but they would not. Again, there's a lot of people, a lot of fans that have put coin mechs into the Sega fruit machines. We've seen it with I've actually seen it in an arcade. Not the coin mech, but the coin slot on a particular fruit machine that wasn't made by Sega, but you can tell the coin slots they used. So obviously they did get hold of those coin mechs. I mean, a lot of arcade engineers naughtily were naughtily nabbing stuff from big video game publishers. That's why Nintendo were very heavily on a lot of their arcade machines. They did a thing with their coin mechs. You know, the Super Mario machine, the arcade one. Nintendo would jam the coin mech, so when it took the coin, they knew. Sorry, if anyone was trying to remove the coin mech, it wouldn't fit on any other machine. I'm not sure if that's strictly true. I'm hoping that a fan can let me know. I'm gonna have to finish right now.
Finish button. Alert. Are you sure that you want to stop streaming? Are you sure that you want to stop streaming? Cancel. But end.